In 1978, in Baltimore, Maryland, I used to work for the Tuskegee system. And in that time, I saw so much stress. It didn't appear to be normal, the type of stress that I saw. When I went to the community centers, I saw more stress. When I went in the neighborhoods, I saw more stress. And it just didn't seem right that that type of stress should exist. It seemed as though there should be another answer to that. In my quest to find out what that answer was, I was fortunate enough to get introduced to a person that told me that I should study the Vedas. And I thought about the Vedas. What is the Vedas? As I began my research, I found out the Vedas is considered as one of the ancient most literatures that's known to mankind. It does not belong to any race or any nationality of people. What I also found out that a trace of the Vedas is on every continent. And that, piqued my curiosity. As a matter of fact, I'm an Aquarian, so it piqued it more. So as I began to dig, I found out all this type of information about a solution to pollution, and that it had been there for many millenniums. And then I began to dig deeper. As I dug deeper, I found out a solution. And I said, oh my God, you drop a hot potato in my hand. At the age of 28, it was about 30 of us that started out of the city of Baltimore. From Baltimore, we traveled around the world to tell the people about the solution to pollution. Because it was not the norm, we got ridiculed, we got stoned, literally stoned, and all these types of things. But we continued. Today, the process that we talk about has been received by many countries. The country of Peru and Venezuela has given their endorsement to this process. It saved the economy, it got them back on track. When we talk about solution and pollution, we have to think of the bigger picture. The bigger picture starts with the solar system. Then it comes down to what you call the biosphere that we live in. Then it comes to our continent. Then the state, then the city, and then you. In the solar system, I beg to tell you that we have had nuclear explosions in the solar system. When we got at the scientists, so-called, not some of you, but the scientists that did the nuclear explosion on the planet, they moved it to the atmosphere. They moved it right on out into the solar system. And they started doing explosion in the solar systems. And from that, they start destroying that which we call the recipe for life. What happened with this recipe of life? What they did is they took what we refer to as the atom. And from the atom, they learned how to take the neutron out. When they took the neutron out of one, they put it into another. When they did that, they disrupt the whole recipe of life. So from the very cellular structure of our being, it has been disrupted. So when we're going to talk about pollution, we got to go a little bit larger. Everything based, when you deal with quantum physics, is broken down to what is referred to as the atoms. And that has been tampered with. So that means from this tampering with the atoms, out of the 90 or so natural elements, we got about 15 or more artificial elements that do not fit in the natural order of things. Therefore, we have tremendous catastrophes that take place. We don't have to tell you that something's wrong. In your heart, you already know that. I have been to many countries, and as I talk to many people, they all know in their hearts that something is wrong, but they don't know what it is. They know that the mother is not responding the way she used to. They know the soil has the same composition that it used to. They know that rain is not the way it used to be. We used to dance and play in the rain. Now we're afraid of the rain. Some years back, NASA, the astronauts, when they traveled in space, they sent a message down to the city of Atlanta. The message was, you need to change the rooftops. You need to change them. You need to paint them white. Because we see the city is engulfed in heat. It's holding too much heat. And from that, it's destroying people. We are in what you call a toxic situation. Any time of iceberg, the size of the state of Rhode Island, melts every month, we are creating problems. While we are discussing global warming, I would tell you islands are sinking. We are in a dire situation. The angel of death to us is pollution. And unless we learn how to deal with it, we're all in what you call a dire situation. Anything you inhale through the nostrils immediately affects the mind. So they affect your decision making. So we got to think a little bit different. The atmosphere is polluted, very polluted, very polluted. We have elements that doesn't normally bond, they're actually bonding together and creating new elements. You have so many respiratory problems now all over the planet, and we don't know what to do. I tell you, I applaud Mr. Obama, but I also tell you he has to have a playground to do his magic in. If we don't have a planet, what we will do? No planet, no you. It's as simple as that. Many years ago, I was introduced to a process that's called Agnihotra homotherapy. Some places call gomotherapy, some places call somotherapy. What does that mean? It means purification through the agency of fire. Fire is the only element that can change all other elements. When it does that, those energies goes up to the solar ray. So above, so below. So above, so below. The most important thing is that a human being, all the elements in your body consist in the cosmos. So you are connected with that. In this ancient science, in the Vedas, it talk about man, microbe, flora, and fauna. If any of those are affected, everything is affected. So I tell you that everything is out of whack. In this process of Agnihotra, it talks about using a pyramid. And this is a type of pyramid. We all know pyramid power is so curious. Pyramid energy, what is it? What is it? Everybody wants to know.